name is Rachel Ostler, and I'm a violinist with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. I'm just going to be showing you a few tips on posture, both standing and sitting. So, number one, when you want to feel like a confident violin player, it starts at the bottom. So feet, believe me, there are many different ways you can stand, but my advice is to remain somewhat rooted into the ground. Feel like you have actually roots. And shoulder width apart. You don't want to be too close and feeling maybe committed to one spot. You want to feel a little bit of looseness throughout your whole body. So then same thing applies to the knees. Not locked, a little bit of spring, a little bit of give, just not like this and, not really locked. Hips aligned with your spine, everything just kind of straight down. The Alexander technique often has you envision that you are hanging from a string that is attached to the ceiling. So rather than forcing everything into alignment, rather just feeling that everything falls naturally from gravity in one straight line. Now, when it comes to the shoulders and positioning of the instrument, I like to just think relax back. So shoulders down and back, and you'll be better off if you notice any sort of motion in the shoulders, either one right or left. Either one can tend to creep up as we are focused on so many intricate motions in instrument playing. So down and back, and I had a teacher once who told me, angel, not gargoyle. And maybe it's also Hunchback of Notre Dame type of thing. The more that you pull in actually into this kind of like self-protective feeling, the less confidently you play. So it's a little bit of power posturing, and it's a little, physiological results. You can feel like a better player, and then it actually does improve your performance. So that's what I like to think of for standing. How does that translate to sitting? Pretty much everything from the hips up is exactly the same, although you might notice in orchestra sometimes that you have to compromise a little bit for your stand partner who you don't want to hit, so adjust your chair accordingly, and you should be able to do that. And then mainly what I like to remember for sitting is that you should always be ready to stand. That helps your balance. Sometimes you may not have to sit exactly with your back to the back of the chair, given the angles of the orchestra seating arrangement, but whichever angle you're sitting in, it's important to remain balanced so that you're not off kilter as you're playing and creating some kind of maybe dependence on some side or shoulder or hand that can impede your playing in some way. So those are my tips on posture for standing and sitting in orchestra.